I haven't filmed a Scottish words or phrases video in so long. I really can't even remember the last time I filmed one. Before this video starts, if you enjoy my content or want to see more, then you should click the subscribe button, because if you click subscribe then you'll be able to see my videos. Although a lot of the times YouTube doesn't show people's videos in the YouTube subscriptions, which is annoying, so if you want notified of when I upload, click the wee notification bell. But the most important thing is you should subscribe, because I will continue to do content about Scotland. I'm like swimming under the camera, but like this way. Cool. This one's going to be about Scottish phrases. These are just some ones that I've written down over the months that I've heard or that I've read about online. Some I do use, some I have never even heard, and some that I don't use at all. But I just thought I'd include them all in a video anyway because they're fun. I just forget sometimes how fun the Scots language is and how fun Scottish slang is. Okay, the first one that I've written down is kinda cheating. Bear with me, because it is used in other places and it's used around the world and it's well known in other places, but I hear it here so much that I thought I'd include it anyway. The phrase is blowing a hooley. And maybe it isn't said where you live and this is new to you, so you know. I read online that it's said in places in England, Ireland, South Africa, Australia, probably the US as well. Let me know if you use blowing a hooley. It's such a good sentence. It means a strong wind. Like if it's blowing a hooley outside, there could be like a gale or a storm. It's just blowing a hooley. When I say the word hooley, it makes me want to do this for some reason. Anyway, but yeah, it's just such a fun sentence that I hear all the time that I thought, why not include it? The origin is uncertain, but it's thought to have possibly come from Orkney, because hoolan means a strong gale, or deid. I don't know how often that word is used. So I read online, it says here that Orkney Scots hoolan, it's an early Scandinavian word. There's like different spellings of it, and I definitely am not going to try and attempt to pronounce these words, but there's different variations of the word hoolan. So it's known to have meant howling or wailing. Sorry, blowing a hooley. Such a good phrase, and I use it as well sometimes, like if I'm at work or whatever and I'm like, oh, it's blowing a hooley outside. The next one I've wrote down is keep the heid, and I've heard this quite a few times. Heid is head, and keep the heid just means keep your head, keep your temper, don't get angry, stay calm, keep the heid. Then we have skinny malinky long legs. You'll have definitely heard it in the videos that I did with the kids, because one wee boy sings the song. It's, we all have, like, he sings a different variation of what I learned when I was wee.
Skinny malinky long legs, big banana feet. He went to the circus, he couldn't find the sea. When the picture started, skinny malinky barked. Big banana feet.
First of all, skinny malinky long legs is a thin person or a skinny person with long legs. Lanky, someone lanky. It's said to have originated from the children's song, but the Scottish National Dictionary has skinny malink to mean an emaciated animal or human. Skinny malink is said around the world. You've probably heard it. It is said to have come from Scotland, but there is different ways to say it. Like I've heard some countries say skinny malink, but we say skinny malink or skinny malinky. The rhyme that I learned, right below if you have learned a different version. So I learned skinny malinky long legs, big banana feet, went to the pictures and couldn't find a seat. When the picture started, skinny malinky farted. And the pictures is a slang or Scots word for the cinema. The next one I have is we're all Jock, Tamsons, bairns, but this auto-corrected to tampon, which is so on brand for me. A bairn is a child, and it is Scottish, but it's also said around the world as well. So I'm kind of cheating with these, but because they're said here, I just thought I'd include them. And the phrase just means that we're all the same. I read that John Tamson, or Jock Tamson, was a minister in the 19th century that was well loved, and he called members of his congregation my bairns, which means my children, which then resulted in people saying we're all Jock Tamson's bairns. Or it also implies the John Thomas, which implies that we all came from a penis. Basically we're all the same. We all come from the same thing. We all come from a bobby. I can't believe I just said bobby. Plus, when I think of that, I think more of the fact that we come from a vagina, but that's whatever. Okay, I've heard this one quite a few times, and it's he can't tell his arse for his elbow. I love it. Just means someone's being silly. They can't tell their arse for their elbow. I personally am a bit like this sometimes. We all are. All of us sometimes can't tell our arses for our elbows. It's just a common thing that a lot of us do. And I think this is British, but I hear it so much again, so I thought I would include it. But in Scottish slang it said he can't tell his arse from his elbow. In Britain would just be he can't tell his bum from his elbow. I don't think people would say bum, I think people would still say arse. There's a hair on my lip. On the same boat, you'll get this in a minute. Do you think I came up the Clyde in a banana boat? One of my wee elderly women that I support actually said to her husband, you think I came up the Clyde in a bubble? I was like, except she didn't say it so slang because she's Irish, but I've heard different variations of this as well. The Clyde is a river, the River Clyde, and it just means, do you think I'm stupid? If someone's talking down to you, like you're stupid, just say, do you think I came up the Clyde in a bubble? Or do you think I came up the Clyde in a banana boat? The next one's interesting. It's said to be Scots and Irish, and it's that somebody's away with the fairies. And again, this is said around the world. I'm going to say this for like everyone, but again, there's different variations of it. But away with the fairies originates from a Scots or Irish myth that there were this cult of fairies that would take people away, kind of like an alien abduction, where so the fairies would take them away and then they would come back to the human world and time had passed in the human world but no time had passed previously, kind of like an alien abduction. Again, to be away with the fairies means you're distracted, it means that someone's a little bit ditzy. It can mean different things, but it just means that someone's like in their own wee world. They're away with the fairies, they're in a daydream, they're in a dream world, they're losing the plot. But I just thought that story was interesting because like these people come away, they go away with the fairies and then they come back and they're just dazed, and that's where that comes from. This one I hear it all the time as well, and it's Cuttin about, and there was a meme online that was like Scottish people will get this, and I'll put it here, but it was like someone was snipping about. It's meant to be cutting about. Just means you're getting around, you're walking around. So and so's cutting about in Glasgow. What you doing the day? I'm just cutting about. You hear it quite a lot here. This one I hadn't actually heard. It's said throughout the UK, but they would say it more, they wouldn't say it slang. We would say, is your cat deid? Which means, is your cat dead? Deid is dead. But I just found it funny. It just means your trousers are too short. Like your trousers are short means that you're flying your trousers at half mast to mourn your dead cat. I don't know where the cat part came from. You know, like people fly the flag at half mast to mourn someone. Somebody's trousers are too short and you'd say, is your cat dead? Not that you should point out the length of anybody's trousers, but that's just where that came from and I thought it was funny. This one I hear all the time, and it's away to one side like Gourock. Means you're away to one side like Gourock. Gourock's a riverside town built between the Clyde and the Hills. I think it's more built up on one side or something. Gourock's just off to the side, so if something's lopsided then it's after the side like Gourock, or after one side like Gourock. And I hear it all the time in work. If someone's like sitting funny in their chair, or like if someone's like sitting to the side, somebody says you're after one side like Gourock. I hear it so much. And this one's another one, I just thought it was funny. It's not the most exciting one, but it's heid, and I hear it all the time in work as well. Like if one of my elderly people that I support is telling me about their job, they'd say, aye, the heid was a bit of a, you know, they'll tell me about the heid, and the heid is just the boss. The high head one, the heid, it's just the one that's in charge, the boss. And those are some fun Scottish phrases, although a lot of them are said elsewhere. But a lot of these are said to have originated in Scotland, and a lot of them I do hear quite often, so I thought it'd be fun to share them in a video. In case you didn't know them, maybe you do, let me know if you do say them, and let me know what other Scottish videos you want to do. I did an A to Z of Scottish words, and I kind of want to do another A to Z video, maybe like Scottish foods, it could be Scottish phrases, it could be Scottish places, it could be anything. So let me know what other Scotland videos you want to see. I also kind of want to do a video about Glasgow, a couple of videos about Glasgow, but I just need to do a bit of research on that first. But I want to do more Scottish videos in general, so let me know what you want to see that's Scotland related. I haven't done a lot of vlogs in a while, but I've just been so busy. I've got loads on the next few weekends and I only get weekends off, so it's kind of difficult to film sometimes. But just let me know what you want to see, and I'll try and get some more Scotland videos filmed. So you can follow me on all my social media if you want. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want notified of when I upload, click the notification bell. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.